beloved ones of humanity, come rest here for a moment. And now, dear children, we all must learn how to silence the tongue and grow very big ears. We must come to understand and recognize that people are far more interested in their own stories than in our opinions. The winds of change blowing upon deafened ears cannot hear the sounds of the winds of fact upon their reality. Learn to conserve your energy. You have the right to remain in the silence and out of the garden of explanation. Avoid those who require a constant description or explanation of circumstances from you. Trust me when I say to you, they are more interested in watching you dance around their psychological barriers than learning to dance themselves. It is a test without any true cause other than their derisive pleasure in watching you react. Secure your environment, secure your resources, and allow them to find answers that do not require your input and their subsequent resentment toward you for not being the solution to their dismay. You do not have to accept a gift of resentment simply because it is offered. You do not have to condone evil out of fear of harm, rejection, or ostracization. You can simply say no and walk away from all involvement. You can bless the soul of another without taking on energy and problems that do not belong to you and that you had no part in creating. Always look with clear sight at what is being offered and why they are so desperate for your participation. We have much to accomplish, and adding more to the list is not helpful at this time. I keep you in sacred isolation to keep you from being consumed by the dysfunction of others. I know it gets lonely, and we will begin to work on providing you all with consistent holy companions and clearer access to the safe, eternal realms of the Most High, where loneliness has no place within our hearts filled with His eternal loving presence. You know, the hardest tests are over now, and the restoration of full remembrances is at hand for the children of the Most High. Please do not be dismayed by the dark one's acts of war and attempts to destroy what is holy among you. I am a good and loving God, and their childish actions have no effect upon the eternal realms that beckon you. They cannot usurp the power of their Creator, and the walls they tear down I can rebuild to heights far beyond their meager understanding. Remember, an ant moving a mound of earth looks mighty to other ants, but most certainly not to the anteater. Creation and destruction are relative to the vantage point of true perception. They are angry and insolent children who still fail to understand that energy sent out will return to its source, as the laws of creation are not subject to the upheaval of these uncontrolled and varying emotions of revenge and hatred. I am a simple and sound creator, and my power remains unaffected by such foolish notions as these. My love remains an unalterable and eternal reality. I am the resurrection and the life. What appears to have died remains alive under my loving and gracious hand, for I love truly and without pause or concern for the egoist finite reality and concepts of false power over the created order of all things great and small. We are that one sent here to be beacons of light and hope in a world that has seemingly lost all sense of right and wrong, and has no loving thoughts, and therefore finds no right action. The mighty bellows of the warlords have no bearing on the soft and gentle heart of the Lord and Creator of all that is and ever was. Where will they find solace once they have sufficiently frightened themselves and destroyed their own homes and sources of sustenance? This level of destruction only appears as wisdom to the foolish and obviously provides no answers, only more problems in its aftermath. Or woe to those thinking they have won the battle but have lost everything they hold dear. Thank you, Father.